with this particular issue, I think we'll handle it. Like I said, our franchise will handle it. We'll make sure we continue to do what we've been doing and just move on.
Why LeBron James was suspended for breaking NBA's COVID-19 protocol. We all know about LeBron James, arguably one of the best basketball players to ever play the game. But do you know what happened when he refused to wear the mask while attending a gathering with more than 15 people? We're going to go deep into this one and inspect the problem, while talking about other NBA stars and the media response to this huge problem that is affecting King James. Don't go anywhere, because we will reveal the truth about LeBron James's vaccination and the moment he slipped in front of the media. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to always be updated. Here we go. Amid blowback over perceived preferential treatment for LeBron James, the NBA explained why it declined to suspend him for breaking the league's COVID-19 health and safety protocols. James reportedly attended an event promoting a tequila brand alongside Drake and Michael B. Jordan prior to the Lakers' play-in game against the Golden State Warriors last week. The appearance reportedly violated the league's COVID-19 protocols, but the league declined to suspend or isolate James for the violation. Since the appearance, James has played in the game against the Warriors and in Sunday's playoff Game 1 loss to the Phoenix Sun. His availability has prompted criticism of a double standard for the Lakers star during the playoffs, where other players have been forced to sit for protocol violations. NBA spokesman Mike Bass issued a statement explaining that James's appearance didn't create a health risk that required quarantine. To clarify any remaining misconception, LeBron James briefly attended an outdoor event last week, where participants were required to be vaccinated or return a negative test result. The statement reads, "Under these circumstances and in consultation with medical experts, it was determined that his attendance did not create risks related to the spread of COVID-19, and therefore no quarantine was necessary." The NBA also noted in a statement that players who have been vaccinated are permitted to participate in outdoor events to meet sponsorship commitments. Under current NBA rules, vaccinated players are permitted to engage in outside activities, including their individual commercial arrangements such as sponsor appearances or ad shoots. The statement continues. James has declined to publicly divulge whether or not he's been vaccinated. Despite James's availability, the Lakers looked outmatched in their Game 1 loss to the Phoenix Suns as Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton outplayed James and Anthony Davis. The NBA also noted that other players have committed similar violations during the season and were not suspended or placed in quarantine. While Porter's suspension arrived after a reported trip to the unregulated environment of a strip club, James attended an event where attendees were required to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test result. Over the course of this season, there have been numerous similar violations of the league's health and safety protocols, which were addressed with the players' team in a similar fashion. The statement read, "Porter wasn't the only one having fun out there. Maverick center and power forward Porzingis also went to a strip club that was open to anyone. Porzingis was fully vaccinated when he went to the club and will not have to miss any games, though he does have to pay the fine." The NBA did determine that Porzingis' outing didn't require a quarantine. The video of Harden partying maskless, which was published by Black Sports Online and has been circulating on social media, is purportedly from a Houston club's Christmas party held this week. The NBA's COVID-19 protocols prohibit players from going to bars, lounges, or clubs, and from participating in social gatherings of more than 15 people. The league said Harden violated those rules when he attended a private indoor party on Monday. Harden has told NBA investigators he believed he was in compliance with health and safety protocols. A source close to the situation told Shelburne. Harden and multiple witnesses at the event have told the league that he attended a seated dinner for a friend who had recently been promoted at work. Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie Irving has been fined $50,000 for violating COVID-19 protocols, the National Basketball Association announced Friday. NBA President of League Operations, Byron Spruell, made the decision after Irving was spotted at a private indoor party last weekend without a mask. His presence violated NBA rules that prohibit players from attending indoor social gatherings of 15 people or more, or entering bars, lounges, clubs, or similar establishments. Irving, who the Nets will pay $33 million to this season, will forfeit salary for the games he missed during his quarantine period. Though Irving sat out the Nets' last 5 games, he's only being docked for 2 games and must forego over $400,000 per game. The media didn't like this at all. Charles Barkley, among many of the TV representatives, stepped out and talked about what is happening right now. During an interview with LeJethro Jenkins on Yahoo Sports' Dunkbait, the NBA Hall of Famer discussed James as reportedly attending a promotional event for tequila before the NBA's play-in tournament, in which the Lakers defeated the Golden State Warriors to return to the NBA playoffs. ESPN's Dave McManaman reported Saturday morning that the NBA would not suspend James for the breach, but did address the matter with the Lakers. Barkley had some choice words for how the league handles its biggest star. I love Adam Silver. Rest in peace, David Stern, best commissioner in sports. The NBA ain't got the balls to suspend LeBron James. 0. Listen, today, when I read that, sometimes you read stuff, you just start laughing. Hey, the NBA, they ain't got no chance of suspending LeBron James. If it was nobody, they would put him in health and safety protocols. Ain't no way LeBron James is going to be sitting out with all the health and safety protocols. When I read that, I just started laughing. LeBron James is playing Sunday. Guarantee. James later sat down and discussed the situation with the media, and it went something like this. Here was the full exchange between James and Kyle Goon of the Orange County Register. Goon asked, I know you've talked about how your availability for this team in the postseason is a huge factor for the team's success. I was wondering if that value affected the way you thought about the COVID-19 vaccine and being available, not being in protocols. LeBron said, Nah. Anything I do off the floor is predicated to my family for the majority. 99.9% of that. So it's about the health and safety of my family, and that's what it came down to. Me being available to my teammates on the floor is me taking care of my body, me doing everything I can to make sure I'm available both mentally, physically, and spiritually as well. But anything of that nature, that's all family talk. To which Goon responded, and do you mind me asking if you're confirming that you did get the vaccine? LeBron ended with, it's not a big deal. After all the media trouble, Lakers coach Frank Vogel went out and said that LA's roster has not passed the 85% vaccination threshold. The league requires a minimum of 15 out of 17 players for a team to have its health and safety restrictions lessened moving forward. We've not reached it yet, but we're still hopeful, Vogel said. And I think there's obvious benefits from the standpoint of us being able to do more things with each other in the cities that we're going to. Something that's been absent league-wide in terms of team building and team bonding for all of us. It's been a challenge. So if we're able to reach that threshold, then obviously we can do more. Satisfying the 85% threshold will allow fully vaccinated persons within a team more liberties, such as not being required to wear masks at the practice facility, being allowed to eat at indoor and outdoor restaurants in line with local health protocols, being granted the flexibility to eat on flights and leave the team hotel on the road, having more convenient PCR testing times to choose from, and being allowed to have in-person gatherings, such as a group dinner, someplace other than the court or in a designated meeting room. James's teammate Dennis Schroeder, who recently finished a 10-day stint in the health and safety protocols, told a German-language publication earlier this month that he and James were the only Lakers players who hadn't received the vaccine. Schroeder later updated his vaccine roll call, telling reporters last weekend, I'm the only guy that didn't get vaccinated. I'll just leave it at that. We know that after the first interview with the German media, LeBron and Dennis exchanged few words, and King was definitely the dominant one, making Dennis eat up his words in the next interview. What do you think about this? Did the NBA make a mistake by letting LeBron go through without any harm? Does LeBron actually care about COVID-19 and the safety of his peers? We hope we gave you a better look at this situation, and let us know in the comment section below if we missed anything. Be sure to share this video and tell your friends too. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified first when a cool new video like this comes out. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.